on scary ghost videos that were filmed on accident. Sometimes we just don't think a place is haunted unless we actually see it for ourselves. Also, if you're skeptic, you should see this video. As we guide you through a collection of the spookiest ghost videos ever, you'll experience shivers down your spine, especially if you watch them at night. The following video is from an unidentified source and little is known about the material, other than the fact that a man is standing in an unidentified hotel, and it just so happens that he's picked the worst room to stay in. At first, everything appears to be normal, but after spending the majority of the night in this hotel room, odd things start to happen. He would hear weird booms and hushed sounds coming from the wall surrounding area. And at some point, eerie activity became more intense, until he made the decision to start recording, at which point he succeeded in getting this. Something is observed violently rattling the door handle, but upon closer examination, he discovers nothing. In the wake of this, he left the hotel room and never returned. Decide if the ghost as shown in camera is real or just a hoax. In the same way, another man started having similar experiences in his own bathroom. He occasionally heard odd noises inside, and one day, after hearing some noises he couldn't explain, he chose to show us what was going on in his bathroom. And what we saw will send chills down your spine. He checks the bathroom after hearing an odd sound emanating from there, and he immediately detects a sinister black form there behind the glass. But seconds later, he quickly disappears. The following video was shot at a nursing facility where Jay Brown was a security guard. He sensed an odd presence, like someone was watching him throughout his shifts there. After having this experience for a long time, he made the decision to inform his co-workers, and as is customary with him, they all told him he was nuts. But was he truly insane? In the end, he was able to use the security camera footage to obtain some evidence to support his claim. You can see a faint white shadow moving towards the door in this video and then turning around. Brown freaked out and hurled a book at it when he first saw it. The shadow then started to approach him, before finally dissipating into thin air. Additionally, according to Brown, he heard footsteps in an empty hallway and witnessed a light suddenly go off. And before you claim that the light had no problems, no, there wasn't. The light was precisely positioned. So what does it mean? Two males may be seen entering an elevator in this footage. Nothing appears unusual. Both of the cameras and the men appear to be functioning normally. The video appears to be a typical camera footage, not the highest quality, but adequate. The two men in this Japanese film enter the elevator, but when they exit, strange things start to happen. After the men had vanished, a figure may be seen emerging, a person who appears to be an elderly woman. The person comes out of the elevator and makes their way over to the door. Even though nothing sinister occurred, this is quite eerie. The school is haunted. The next video is from Dark Elias YouTube channel and was shot in Peru when two friends decided to investigate a purportedly haunted school at night. Only a little happens when they first enter the building with their dog Shakira. However, things go swiftly from bad to worse, and what they see is utterly terrifying. Keep a keen eye. Initially, some of the room's lights start to flicker on their own. Afterwards, doors begin to open, and a few seconds later, chairs emerge randomly from the rooms, causing the boys to become terrified and scramble around in search of an exit. Let me know what you think. The majority of the residents of the Commons believe that this is true, that the neighborhood has had a troubled past. A cannonball shattered the building in this video during the American Civil War. The cannonball is claimed to have killed numerous people, albeit some of the dead made the decision to remain. Although the video is lengthy, I will only show you the highlights. You can hear a big noise in the middle of the video, followed by several murmurs, saying, "Pray for me," in whispers. The individuals who were capturing this video experienced shivers after hearing this and left. But that's not where the video ends. As they exited the building, something unexpectedly appeared in front of them. A phantom. It was obvious that the figure was not like that of a living human being. However, it was a youngster, not an adult, who was most likely killed by a cannonball during the Civil War. The people who were capturing this video were so terrified by that child ghost that they fled for their lives. Korean YouTuber Sausage Lips uploaded the following video. They typically post movies about automobiles and motorcycles with little to no connection to the paranormal. However, one video in particular received over 1.5 million views. It demonstrates something rather unsettling. One day, Sausage Lips is riding his motorcycle at night when he comes across something terrible. He takes a spooky image of a headless figure that appears to be running directly in the bike's directions. Additionally, it appears that there are no arms present and that only empty sleeves are flying around. In an effort to obtain another glance at this figure, Sausage Lips quickly turns around. He fails to capture it once more successfully, but when he hears a spooky sound, he simply chooses to leave and not return. What exactly did he manage to photograph in the pitch black of night? The following video is from an English castle. Inside the castle, a few guests were filming themselves. They were recording a video and they heard a noise. Someone was heard coming down the stairs. However, they were unable to observe anything when they went there to investigate. Then, all of a sudden, they noticed something. Astonishing them with something, they even managed to capture a shadow moving down the steps on camera. The frightening part was that nobody was there. All that could be seen was a shadow moving down the steps. The shadow descended the steps and then began to move into the hallway next to the stairs. These individuals could only see the shadow of a person who was walking down the corridor because they were unable to see anything else. These individuals could also hear strange noises, and the shadow swiftly vanished into the hallway shadows. The moment the shadow vanished, the lights began to flicker. So if you enjoy seeing historical castles, do you want to go see one right now? The following video is from the Dino Nugget 741 YouTube channel. After spending time in a haunted house where JB would be terrorized and a creature would linger in his cellar. Since then, he has moved houses and followed the advice of his viewers by getting rid of all of his previous belongings, ensuring that nothing had a negative past in the new home and that each and every piece of furniture was brand new. However, it appears that one thing has followed him after a while, and now calls his new house home. One night, he began to hear odd noises when he was alone. He decided to record, but things could have worked out better. A black, shadowy figure moves quickly down the corridor and enters one of the rooms whilst JB heads for the stairs. However, despite looking everywhere, he discovers no indication of anything inside the house. Immediately after, a door starts to open and close quickly, but once more, nothing is found. JB is tired of having this thing follow him around, but it appears that he is the only one it's likely linked to. The following and last clip in this list is a pretty popular TikTok. The girl had been observing something strange in her home for quite a while, until she finally managed to capture it on camera. She was sitting in her living room and creating a TikTok about a drink. She then abruptly became aware of something in the background. She saw the drapes moved when someone punched them from both sides. She leaps and charges towards the curtains as soon as she notices this, but no one is there. She got there in less than 2 seconds, and still no one. The slider door is then shut behind her. Now, many of you would claim this to be the wind responsible, but let me remind you that wind typically blows in a single direction. The curtain moved in 2, although if the wind had been the cause, it would have only gone in one direction. These were the horrifying videos that we were able to find. Now, are these videos real, or are they just some camera trick? I will leave that for you to decide. Do let us know your opinions in the comment section below, and we will see you in the next one.